I was 16 when I stood across the street and watched my bully's house burn down. I didn't call 911. I didn't scream for help. I just stood there watching the flames consume everything, knowing they were still at the football game. No one was inside, but I still think about my silence every day. The Matthews twins had tormented me since 7th grade. Not just typical bullying minus, they were methodical. They created fake social media accounts in my name to post horrible things about classmates. They photoshopped my face onto pornographic images. They stole my clothes during gym and left me naked in the locker room. When I reported them, they broke into my locker and planted drugs. The school believed them minus the popular football stars minus over me, the quiet art student with behavioral issues. I was suspended for 2 weeks. My single mom had to miss work for meetings where administrators suggested I needed psychological evaluation. We couldn't afford therapy, but I was labeled the problem when I returned to school. The bullying escalated. They followed me home, throwing rocks at my back. They sent anonymous texts describing exactly what I was wearing, what route I took home, what my bedroom looked like through the window. I stopped sleeping. Emil failing classes, beg and having panic attacks so severe I would vomit. My mother reported everything to the school, then the district, then the police. Each time the twins, parents minus a lawyer, and the school board president minus ensured nothing happened. Boys will be boys, the principal told my mother. Maybe your daughter is being too sensitive. That Friday night in October, I was walking home from my part-time job at the library. I took the long route to avoid passing their house, but something made me turn down their street anyway. Maybe it was morbid curiosity. Maybe it was fate. I smelled the smoke before I saw anything. Then I noticed flames flickering behind their living room curtains. Their perfect colonial home was catching fire and fast. My first instinct was to run to the door, pound on it, call for help. My hand was already reaching for my phone when I remembered the Matthews family was at the big game. The twins had made sure I knew they'd be there, sending me taunting messages about how I wasn't welcome. So I just stopped. I put my phone back in my pocket. I stood under a tree across the street and watched the fire spread quickly. Windows shattered from heat. The beautiful porch columns my bullies posed against for their Instagram photos blackened and cracked. I didn't feel happiness. I didn't feel sadness. I felt nothing at all. 15 minutes later, someone else called it in. By then, the first floor was fully engulfed. I slipped away before the fire trucks arrived. The next Monday, there was an outpouring of support for the Matthews family. Donations, housing offers, a GoFundMe that raised $50,000 in 3 days. The twins were treated like heroes for staying strong through tragedy. In the hallway, one of them bumped into me deliberately. "Watch where you are going, freak," he hissed. Same as always, the fire was ruled electrical, faulty wiring in their aging home. No one ever knew I was there. No one asked if I had seen anything. Sometimes I wonder if I am a monster for what I didn't do. I didn't start the fire, but I didn't try to stop it either. I just watched as the universe delivered a consequence that no human authority would. The Matthews family rebuilt a bigger, better house with the insurance money and community donations. The twins still bullied me until graduation. Nothing really changed, except me. I changed. I learned that justice doesn't always come from the systems designed to provide it. Sometimes it arrives in random, chaotic moments that offer you a choice. Act or observe. I chose to observe. And while I don't regret my silence, I do wonder what it says about who I've become.